Hi, y'all. It is the Wicked Witch from the Midwest, and today we are starting our tavern build because I randomly decided last week that we were going to build a tavern. Um, so this week we are focusing solely on the floor, and we have three different floor colors today. And this is our base that we are going to be starting it with. Yes, it's ugly. It doesn't need to be pretty because you won't ever see it again. But these are our floor colors. Wow, it's a lot more difficult to say than I expected it to be. But we have red, yellow, and brown, which is not entirely stained. Don't mind my arm. So this is what I started with. It's literally just coffee stirrers. That's what I always use to make floorboards. But as you can tell, they're all the same thing. Like these are kind of hard to tell that they're stained because it is a very light stain to them. Like these are the unstained, these are the stained, and it's hard to tell, which is a little disappointing. But they still look good.
Yeah, it looks good to me. It looks like a light stain.
Yeah. But today we are going to be using all three of these on the same floor. Yes, I know, crazy, but that's what we're doing. And then after we have the entire floor down, we are going to I got some water prepped over here. So we're going to water down some of this paint. I'm using burnt sienna because I like Bob Ross and he liked burnt sienna. Literally my entire reasoning for using this color, other than it's a brown shade. And we are going to water that down into like almost water. And then we're going to coat over the whole thing, stain it to make it one cohesive color with still having these undertones to it. I'm pretty excited. We stained these with tea. I don't remember the tea brand. But they are all nerdy. Like this one was Dragon's Breath and it was like a chili tea, and this one was Snitch and it was a turmeric tea, and then this one was like a hazelnut coffee tea. I don't remember the name of that one.
The company is Casting Whimsy.
Casting Whimsy, yeah.
Um,
I think we got it at a convention, which is where we get most of our stuff.
Do you want me to read them off? Because I'm looking at it.
Yes.
Dragon's Breath, which is cranberry and chili herbal blend.
This is our red.
Snitch, which is turmeric herbal blend.
It's our yellow.
And Mayhem, which is coffee and hazelnut black tea blend.
Which is our very light shade. We probably should have used just plain coffee for this one. I was expecting more of an orangey color from these, not like Easter yellow, which is what we sort of got. We're good, Ma. Oh yeah, we could show them off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because Izzy's had these teas. I haven't actually had any of them yet, but they are, according to her, pretty good. That's like, I love their design. Is really cool. Also,
I think their website is listed somewhere on the.
Yes, it's castingwhimsy.com. Super simple.
They have loads and loads of really fun teas.
Yeah. So I think the first thing we're going to do is, because these are going to have gaps in between, just like natural gaps, is we're going to paint this our top color, and we're just going to paint this because this is like a shiny matte black, which I know is weird, but that's what it is. So that's what we're going to start with doing, is just that. And because it's such a big spot, I don't have to worry about a palette because I can just squeeze it on here because there's plenty of room to spread it. Oh man, that's a great color. We're just looking for a thin coat here. We don't really need a thick coat. Like if that black comes through a bit, that's fine, just so long as it doesn't shine.
Get a mess there going.
Almost. I don't know if I got quite enough paint on here. Usually I would just do this with my hands, probably. But I'm going to try to stay clean today. Other than, you know, the absolute massive amount of paint I'm going to end up with on my hands. This is definitely a Bob Ross brush. Yeah, see, I knew it. It's a 2-inch brush. He always uses a 2-inch brush. Of course, I also don't think he paints like this, and he also paints with oils, but we can ignore those facts. And just enjoy the fact that for 5 minutes we're going to act like we're Bob Ross. Without any happy little trees. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I got up less than an hour before this stream, so I am very tired still. But we're here, and I have been excited for this since I randomly mentioned it a week ago. And now we're doing it, and it's pretty exciting. I'm making a mess, but no one's gonna tell Mom, so it's fine. I'm gonna ignore the fact that Mom is in the other room and is probably hearing me right now. I want to make sure I get into those cracks, because while they won't be visible in the future, it doesn't really help to miss them, you know? So I might as well just grab them. And there we go. That is it. We have finished our first coat. Obviously, this piece will only have one coat. I forgot to get water to clean my brush. Water to clean my brush. If I repeat myself enough, it'll just magically appear in front of me. I need the paint water brush thing. Because I forgot to grab water. Awesome. We're going to set that there and pretend it doesn't exist. Alright. So this is not dry yet, obviously, because we just finished it. Wow, sorry, I'm really tired. So we're going to be using PVA glue today because it's strong. It's a paper glue, typically. But it'll work because it's strong enough to work on this, and it doesn't have any problems against skin, so I don't have to worry about getting it on my hands, which I absolutely will be getting it on my hands because these are very small and my hands are not. Cleaning my brush. Ooh, making a mess while I do it. There we go. Mess no longer exists. We're gonna pretend it never happened. Just gonna do that. Walk away. Alright, so I'm not sure what we're gonna do to randomize these. The only thing I can think of is just shoving them all together and then like just randomly picking up ones as I go.
My opinion is you should make a pattern.
Do you think I should do a pattern?
I do, yeah. I don't think it should be random. I don't know. It depends on how wealthy your pattern is. intricate the pattern is.
I think the best thing about this wood is it still smells like the tea. So I pretty much just have like a tea smell over here. It's pretty nice. It's subtle unless you stick it in your nose, but pretty good. Alright, so now we have to decide a pattern. What do we think about? Yeah, let's go that way. Ooh, don't do that. There. I knew I grabbed some tweezers because I knew I'd need tweezers. Very quiet, but I can still hear it. It's probably gonna be too loud now. Oh, jeez. Ooh. Yeah, that's a pretty good sound. Don't mind me, guys, just making a mess and cleaning it up. Because I decided to mix these together, and then Mom's like, you should make a pattern. I'm like, okay. Let me just unmix them. Is that Sir? Are you gonna come say hi to Sir? Are you gonna come say hi? Come here. He's like, huh? No. No puppy came today. Yellow, red. Plain. Hi, Papa. Can you come see? No, he wants me to follow him. Hi. He's growling at me. Okay. So right now our pattern is yellow, red, plain, because I don't know what else to call it. Red, plain, red. Yellow? I think I kind of like that. It'll probably end up being yellow, red, plain, red, yellow, red, plain, red, yellow. Is pretty much what it's going to end up being. Hi, Wacky! Oh, that freaks her out, and it's not even loud. Wacky asked, what are you working on? And is Ty the Ruggedly Handsome hiding off screen? Yeah, Beardman is currently eating dinner. So is the non-bearded woman. Today we are working on our tavern floor, and our altars are a couple of different options that you can choose that we're going to do next week. I don't remember them all off of the top of my head, so you're going to have to look at the Discord for those. I know tables, bookshelves, and the bar are there. I don't have the chair. I have chairs on there also, but I don't have it separated between chairs and bar chairs, because I forgot bar chairs existed until about 5 seconds ago. So we're just going to call that one thing.
So the altar of the stream is you will be able to choose what happens next through these options. Bookshelves / shelves, bars, tablecloths, tables, chairs, and tavern goers / staff.
Yeah.
Which I have items pulled and ready to print for tavern goers and staff. I've got waitresses, cooks, tavern bar keeps, and a couple other, just random tavern goers, So we've got plenty to pull from and plenty to add to this space. Excuse me. But yes, Beard Cam Man will be back soon. We are simply eating dinner at the moment.
Mom, could you bring me some water? Because I forgot liquid. Alright, we are dry on this half. You want to read that for me, Ma?
Yes, Mr. Wacky says, I like lightly hitting the wooden floors with creme brulee torches It darkens the edges, so when the boards go next to each other, they seem worn. Works really well on a small scale.
Yeah, that would be. I don't think we have any of those, and I think it's a bit too late to do that.
Well, I mean, our lighter would work as well, but yeah, it's the effect can be added after by using paint, but it is a lot easier to do it with a torch.
Yeah.
You want a drink, correct?
Yes, preferably ice water. Something cold would be nice. Alright, so we're gonna go this way, and I forgot beforehand that I wanted to cut them because this is very long wood for this scale. Because usually they're in about 4... Why do I keep touching this? This is my pattern. My goodness. Alright, there we go. Oh, it's hiding. There we go. Alright. Our pattern is yellow, red, plain, plain, red, red, yellow. I don't know why I chose that pattern. I just did. So that's what we're going with. And these are just coffee stirrers. That's what I always use to make wooden floors. Rocky said, fire is fun though, might get you in trouble, but you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? It's always worth it. It's always worth it. It's not considered arson if it's on your own property, fun fact. So, keep that in mind. Yeah, oh my goodness. Sorry, I just woke up, so it's tough remembering what to do. I think I'm gonna cut these into... Yeah, I think that's a good length. Yeah. I'm not gonna try to keep them perfectly the same length. Cause that's a bit off, but it's fine. Yeah, it's close enough. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh yeah, I got that cold. Wacky said, I use popsicle sticks and then shred the front with a blade or Dremel. Tons of depth, little work. Yeah, that would work too. We just have a lot of coffee stirrers here. 'Cause we use them for a lot of different things. And they're already like a really nice size. So these are just like what I like to use for them. There's also a lot of work involved with them. I know one wooden floor that I made, I ended up not cutting them. I just painted the lines on, which works also. It's just, it adds more detail if you do it this way, I guess. Honestly, you don't need to make the wooden floor. You can just draw lines on your base, and as long as you do it well enough, it'll look fine. But I really like working with this and making wooden floors. Done it a couple of times now. I don't remember how many. I think this is at least my third time. They're super easy to cut. I have barely any pressure that I'm using. I can honestly probably cut them in multiples. Yeah, but then the edges start getting a little rough, so I'm not going to do that with 3. 2 works, though.
I was reading Mr. Wacky. Thanks.
Wacky said, I found that players lose their S if you take the roof of a building and the inside has wooden floors and pillars. Yeah, it is definitely worth it, because this is going to be fun. I might do pillars, because I am planning on a second story. Don't know if we'll get to it, because there's already a lot to this. But it would be pretty fun. I don't know what I would make the pillars out of. It's like instant idea would be like bamboo skewers, just because we had it laying around, but I don't think those would be thick enough. I guess I could like like bundle them up and then put clay around them. I could probably make them like brick or something also. Ooh, I need to add a fireplace to this also. That's probably going to be another thing that to add to it. Man, I just keep adding to this. I already have like 10 streams worth of stuff to add to it. So it's just gonna be tough to get it all in this year, apparently. I heard Dad nervously giggle in the background.
No, not nervously, happily.
Oh. Because while it won't look like it's a lot of stuff, it is gonna be a lot of stuff. Because, yeah, it might be chairs, tables, bar, and workers, and that might be it, but that's still a lot of work whenever you're putting it into this setting, you know? When it's miniature work, it's a lot of stuff. Wacky said, if you do make a fireplace, buy cheap flickering LED candle, super cheap, but if you can take them apart and put them in anything. Ooh. Yeah, that would be really cool.
That's a good idea.
Now I feel like now I have to add a fireplace.
Yep.
So that'll be an add-on from the altars, is fireplaces also added in. Oh, that's how you do fireplaces and forges? Yeah. Oh, oh, now I want to make a blacksmith.
Finish this first.
Yeah. Can you just tell I get distracted easily?
Yeah, let's finish the tavern first.
Let's just finish the floor first. Let's get there first. Alright, I'm only gonna do a little... I think this is a plenty big enough pile of the yellow, so now I'm gonna move on to the red. Get a pile of the red going, and then I'll go to the plain, and then I'll get a pile of those going. Ooh! It's map. I think that's what that says.
Yep.
Yeah. Hello, thank you for the bits. I'm just making a wooden floor right now. Wacky said there's a tavern in Red Dead that has a barber's in it. I want to make it a model of it for D&D. Drunk people love haircuts, and adventurers are often drunk. Yeah, that would be pretty fun. Have a barber in there. There we go.
Yeah. I wonder if you don't want to maybe even draw in a stairs going down without actually going down, just going down, and maybe I'll use it for a tavern dungeon or something sometime.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah. Like they could like roll for it because they're too drunk to remember what they actually asked for. So like maybe they asked for it, maybe they didn't. You know, I love pieces of wood like this with like the hole in it. Hold on. There we go. With like the hole in it. Problem is it's such a big slant that I can't use the whole piece. But what I can do is I can cut it right at the base of it right there. And then cut it normally on this side. And now I have the hole still.
Number 4 is the mullets. Mr. Wacky Stuff wants to bring D&D mullets into the world.
I feel like almost every time I picture an orc with hair, I picture a mullet, and I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, I have no idea why. It's like they're either bald or have mullets. There's no in between.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that or not, but have its map says to have the players roll for random hairstyle, or is that what you were talking about earlier?
Yeah. Um, they said to roll for a random hairstyle and then mullets. So now we have to. Would we do it on a percentile, or would it be D100
Do
or
like a D4
D...
or a D6 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on how many hairstyles you come up with.
Like a rainbow mohawk would have to be one of them, or like a dyed mohawk at least.
Mr. Wacky Stuff says my orcs rock pompadours. Okay. I would say I'm kind of like in its maps idea. Just mullets and pompadours. I'd just use a quarter, a D2. So you're gonna get one of these.
Oh, and if you have like facial hair, they probably like do designs into the side of it, but it's never something you would want on your face.
Mr. Wacky Stuff says orc gangs who click menacingly at people. Its map says D4 to pick and a percentile on how well it's done. That's
like,
good stuff.
If you get the mullet and you get like the lowest possible score, maybe it ends up looking like pants.
Mr. Wacky Stuff says, I just want West Side Story with orcs. Is that too much to ask for?
No, it's not too much.
That and some freaking laser beams on my sharks.
We're getting pretty close to the same size pile over here. Probably gonna have to go back and forth between doing this a lot. You guys can't actually see my pile. There you go. Now you can kind of see it. I think the best part about streaming is it gets everyone else in the house in a painting mood, except for Dad.
You know, the thing about paint is, got colors.
Exactly.
The thing about paint is your dad has a miniature printed and curing.
For you to paint?
Yeah, we have some visitors this weekend. We may be possibly streaming and painting. Maybe.
Okay, now I'm really excited. I didn't realize they were coming over.
And now we will speak no more of it.
You guys didn't talk to me about this.
Mr. Wacky Sif says, on my last tavern, I made the window removable. I knew someone was going to get thrown out through it. Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Magnets for the win. Well done. You all right?
What'd you do?
The paint bottle just exploded on me and the dragon.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's the wedding dragon. Fuck.
Yikes. There was a painting accident. There were explosions on white dragons. Yeah. It's map. It's the topper she's working on, so she's gonna have to clean that up pretty quick.
Luckily the base layer's dry, so she might be able to just like wash it off or something. Hopefully.
Dawn, Mr. Wacky Stuff says, I see my agents have been successful. And its map says, battle damage. Its map says, battle damage.
Someone used color spray.
Not battle damage though. Can't have it.
Yeah.
Someone get the cleric.
It's literally supposed to go on top of the wedding cake.
Okay, but that's the coolest wedding topper ever.
It can't have battle damage until after the wedding.
Mr. Wacky Stuff says, my mate knocked his blood for the blood god over his model. The poor kobold looked like he'd seen some shit. It's Map says, grab the large bag of moss. It worked for the forest dragon.
But this is all white. I got off the gold paint. I think I'm okay. I'm just now trying to clean it up off me.
I can't tell if you're saying you're off the gold paint for good. So this does make me think a lot about the Tavern dungeons, which I've been role-playing for almost 30 years now. In a few years, it's going to be 30 years. And I had never heard of the Tavern dungeon idea until just like in the last couple of years. Maybe even in the last year. I don't know, the last couple of years have been so weird. But it's definitely one of those ideas that I wish I had thought of. It's wonderful. So you meet in a tavern and everybody goes, oh. Oh. Hello, Tech Priest Majoris. Thank you for the Duck of Doom.
Yeah, I definitely think a great way to start a session is y'all meet in a tavern. You guys last about 5 seconds in the tavern before the floors just disappear. The entire floor is gone, and you start falling. Welcome to the session, guys. That would also be a great way to start a session. Just an intercom just going like, attention, the floor is turning into lava in 5, 4. Roll initiative. We almost have enough to start the first layer.
Okay, note to all of those painters out there. If the bottle seems like it's clogged, don't squeeze harder.
Oh my god, Ma.
Mr. Wacky says, I had players meet in an AA meeting. They earned that after the last campaign.
So only spots that are still wet, you can very clearly see them on the camera. So I'm going to start up here where it's dry. Because that's just how I roll. There we go. Yeah, out of my way. Out of my way. There we go. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is 12 by 12. It's going to be a large tavern.
It's Map says, my kid still wears the they them pin you made, Cora. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Alright. Ow. Alright, this stuff takes a while to dry. It's PVA glue, so I'm gonna be confused for a second. Okay. The top is sealed. Okay. Forgot they do that on some of these. Okay. I'm gonna try to not let this fling, but no promises. Hey, I did it. Those types of caps really like to fly around. That's plenty of paint. Not paint, glue. Where did I put my sponge brush? There it is. Found it. Random spot. That's good enough.
Mr. Wacky Stuff says, I like to thin my PVA and brush it on super thin. It dries fast and doesn't make a mess. Pardon all the unsolicited tips, by the way. I then for the speed mostly.
Yeah, I don't really care about it drying fast because it's going to be sitting for a week anyways.
It's a good idea though.
Yeah, I've already got that log.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's plenty of times where I'm sitting and waiting for that to dry.
Yeah. Definitely other instances I would do it, but in this instance I don't really need it, so I might as well take the longer drying time and not have to like squirt out it as much.
Spraggy stuff also adds, you can also use a cheap rag, so that's something to keep in mind, especially for a big surface like that.
Yeah. Okay, I really like this pattern so far. Which is good because I just started. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but afterwards, once we have the entire floor laid out, we are going to go over it with the burnt sienna, with watered down to stain it, essentially. You can use like normal shades, but since this is such a big area, I wanted to use a watered down acrylic instead, just so I don't waste any paint. But that's what we'll be doing afterwards. And that will sort of like seal it, and then I'll also do another seal on top of it. But it'll also make the colors go together more. Make it one cohesive color again.
Mr. Wacky Stuff says fire. I don't know if I wasn't paying enough attention to you or not. I'm not getting the reference. Yeah, maybe it's a Beavis and Butthead thing.
No, earlier he was talking about using a torch to burn the edges.
Oh, to use a torch. I gotcha. So he's calling for fire.
Yes.
Not calling out fire. Calling for fire. It's Map says, I bet that is going to look amazing.
So far, it's looking great. I got my pattern right here. That's why I keep looking over there, is because that's where I don't want to mess up the pattern. Which it is a pretty simple one, but...
I cried fire, father. Is what Mr. Wacky Stuff says.
Really like the uneven floorboards look. I just really like it. Those yellow. So now we're on to red.
Mr. Wacky Stuff says, burning and melting are underutilized in this hobby.
You're not wrong. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty simple thing to do. It's just time consuming, which is how I'm making it into an entire stream. And it is already 7:15. Woo! Where am I? There I go. This is definitely going by. Time is definitely going by faster than what I expected it to, and it's kind of rude. But
Hit fast forward.
yeah, don't hit fast forward again, please. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, I stained these with tea overnight. Forgot their name.
The
Something
Casting Whimsy?
Casting Whimsy. Yes, that's Casting Whimsy teas. Where am I? There it is. And for the red, I used Dragon's Breath tea, which is a chili-based tea. And then for the yellow is a turmeric-based tea, and then the plain one is a hazelnut black tea based tea.
Mr. Wacky Stuff points out, if you're going to have any trapdoors leading down to the cellar or anything, mark them out now. It'll save you time later. That way you won't have to cut the wood away or something.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I don't know where I'm going to put that yet, because...
Unless you're going to draw it on there. I don't know.
I'm gonna put it behind the bar, which I think I'm gonna do the bar on this side. So that's not the right color.
Same with pillars.
Oh yeah. Hmm. I'm very happy that I have the pattern laid out because I keep forgetting it like so fast. Yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna do my pillars yet. So okay. Like this layer of glue starting to dry, so I'm trying to hurry up and get this part down.
Mr. Wacky Stuff says, "Do you want elves licking your floor? That's how you get elves licking your floor."
The colors? I don't know if I'm gonna do the pillars, but I am gonna do the trap floor. Because I like the trap floor idea. Don't think I'm gonna do the pillars simply because I don't know where I'm gonna put them. And I'd probably have to put some on this row. Where am I? There I am. Oops. Red. Is it just me, or does it look like the floor's going like this? Like, it seems like it should be there, and it's there. We're gonna keep going. Like, my hand automatically goes to the color I need.
See, that one there is bent, so that might be doing it to you. Right around there.
Maybe. Great thing about messy floors is I can just add cracks and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Your make chair was loud enough.
Did I get you?
Okay, so
Hi, Creep Show. Well, I did that. I was trying to. Guess I need to turn it up.
yay. Yeah, I can definitely tell my glue's starting to dry because it's starting to be more difficult to keep it on the glue. It was yellow, so red. I just realized that I was starting to even it out down here versus somewhat up here. I'm gonna laugh at it if it ends on the same spot it started. Which it won't, based on what I see right now. That spot's dry. Almost made it. Just a little. Just a dot, not a lot.
There you go. Just a dot. Oh, you can also put watered down PVA in a cheap spray bottle.
We
Haven't
have
done
one of
that for a
those.
long time, but so good for saving time. Mr. Wacky Stuff was talking about that.
We actually have one of those in our.
That popped up and died, but I actually
Oh,
I do that to water or to spray over the top of my grass so that I can kind of get more grass to stick and stay fluffier.
yeah. For flocking.
You slamming stuff down on the desk reminds me that I need to get the microphone up off the desk.
Sorry. We have our first row done.
For flock's sake. Yes, for flock's sake.
Oh, it kind of looks like a cityscape.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. Alright. Now, because the bend is annoying me, we are going to put on our second base, which is just going to be like this. That way it has that pretty bottom. I don't think we need this anymore.
I mean, what?
Our pattern. Because we have it up here. Only downside is because I ended in the same spot, technically I should start the pattern over right here. Technically. But I don't like the idea of it being one color all the way down. Unless you think it should be one color all the way down. Mother, do you agree?
Absolutely.
Alright, so I think I'll offset it like 2 or 3. I think 3 so it starts on the plane here. But first we're going to do some gluing. So we're going to set you aside. And smear some glue on it. Ooh. There it is. I really just wanted a felt bottom for this, so that's why I'm using this, which isn't felt, but it's fabric, so it's going to be sensitive to the playing mats that you use it on, because hopefully you'll be using it on a play mat. This is just the backing from a shadow box, because Dad laser engraves on shadow boxes, makes them light up. It's all really snazzy, but he doesn't need this part, so we have a ton of them laying around. So I'm using one of them because I can. This bad boy. Oop. And then naturally have it slanted the second you push down on it. Afterwards, I think I'm probably going to like have a weight on it. What?
Your paint is still wet, so.
Yeah, in one spot. Drops off. We all good. Afterwards, I'm probably going to press this for the entire week that I'm not using it. That way it like stays flat, because it's definitely got a curve to it. Dad, do you want to read that?
Yeah, I missed a couple of things. It looks like
Oh yeah.
Reggie says, I'm all about the pretty bottoms. I think that's when you were talking about putting that on.
Yeah.
He says, come on, I'm trying to be peachy here, but you felt the bottom. How am I don't supposed to make a joke? Okay. I'm not a fan of straight and perfect things, it's Map says. You can't trust them. Damaged is where all the fun begins.
Agreed.
Excuse me.
And this is 12 by 12. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that, but that's probably going to be the last time. It is 12 by 12. And ignore him shaking his head. You guys can look at the ruler. These are 1-inch squares.
No, I'm shaking my head because I'm sure you'll say it again.
Probably. Alright, so I think right here I started rushing, so I think I'm just going to put down half the glue and then half the glue. I think that's probably just going to be the best option. I think that was probably more than enough glue, but it's fine. Because we're going to use it all anyways. And the stuff dries clear, so it really isn't all that big of a problem that I got some on it. Because I can also just wipe it off. Because it's snazzy like that. Alright, we are starting with this color.
Should have paid more attention. Mr. Wacky Stuff said, I didn't catch that. How big is it? I don't know what he's talking about. So.
It's 12 by
12 by 12.
Oh. Is it bedtime yet?
Not yet for you.
Hits Map says, the floor alone will make a good background.
Yeah. It's pretty cool looking right now. I skipped this one because I want to use it as one of the edges because it has the burn hole in it. These floors are fitting together nicely. Yellow. Get out of my way. Thank you. Oh, jeez. Knew that was you. Second I saw you, that stupid look on your face.
That's just the way I look.
Exactly. This is really satisfying to watch them just like sink into the grooves together. It's really nice.
Mr. Wacky Stuff has a new suggestion. It's fire.
Ooh. Ryan started the fire. Oh, did I mess up the pattern? No, I didn't. That's supposed to happen.
Fire guy.
My favorite part of that episode is I don't know if anyone noticed this, but the beginning of the episode, he's like, I don't want to be a person here. I don't want to have a thing.
I don't want to be a guy.
And then he ended up being the CEO. That didn't last very long, though, did it?
He went from fire guy to fired guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Wacky Stuff says, someone once said I look like a smug something foul, I guess, which seemed a little odd. After what else would I had looked like? I was being a smug.
Man, this floor's going well so far.
Yeah, we're only an hour into the stream.
Shut up.
I guess in scale, you're doing very, very well on this floor.
Yeah, I'm going a lot faster than carpenters would. I think carpenters do floors. No.
Floor guys. You got floor guys doing it. I
Floor
used to do
guys.
that.
Well, I'm going faster than you would.
Mr. Oops, no, sorry. It's Map says we are floored with awe.
Ah, that's a really long one. Yeah, it's definitely going faster now that I just have to look at my pattern on here instead of on the side. But every time I talk, I start like forgetting my pattern. These teas that I use to stain these are actually like really good. I haven't tried them, but Izzy says that they're good. And I trust her taste in teas. Alright, red.
Mr. Wacky Stuff says, do you know what kind of flooring... Do you know what kind of flooring can be used for anything?
Fire.
Versatile. I'll say it. It's
Oh, that's awesome.
He says, wow, did I have a stroke writing that? No, but I just about had one saying, maybe. It's Map says, that's a good one. I'm with you.
I'm glad Dad's doing all my talking today.
Dad, what do you mean today? Dad always does all the talking.
Dad likes to talk. I let him do myself. You did that on purpose.
I didn't do it on accident.
That was loud. I want this one. These ones?
Yes.
Okay, but I'll need them back. Ah, I almost did the wrong color. That would be weird. Ooh, come on. There you go. I love all the natural gaps that I'm getting. That's where we are so far. Pretty fun. Alright, more glue. Man, this cap's tiny. Alright, this is my hack with caps that I can't get off. That's the hack. That's the entire thing. I just use tweezers. They're throwing things.
Yeah, he's throwing my other wedding dragon.
Oh my goodness. How dare you, father? It caught on his shirt. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but... Got a little too much glue on this end, so we're going to add it to this end. That's what you do with glue, is you move it around. There we go. Alright, where were we? We were on red. Ooh. I need Dad to come back because I've lost track of chat.
You need to read yourself.
There's so much! Oh goodness. That one was really short. I did not realize I grabbed one so short. He didn't break it!
No, I already have the gap filled, so I
I broke it.
Oh. How
My
dare
shirt
you?
went off on the floor.
Eesh.
Luckily, it's not the one that I've already spent about 6 hours painting
Oh,
on.
that would
just looks
suck.
I said it's not.
I know, I said that would suck.
Where am I at? Is this where I'm at right here?
Yeah.
Mr. Wacky Stuff says, I like mimics that become floors. If you fall in there, floor. It's Map says it's hard to stream, make a floor, and talk. I can't do it.
I can't.
Mr. Wacky Stuff says, if you did this in one sitting, you'd be working 24/7.
I like that one too.
Don't know if you guys know this, but I'm a huge fan of dad jokes, and that one was a 10 out of 10.
Mr. Wacky Stuff says, come on, we're in this together. One floor, all for floor one. It's hard to say. One floor, all floor one.
It sounds like a phone number. Oh no! I'm running out of my stockpile. We're gonna have to clip again soon. Oh goodness, there's gonna be some big cracks over here. Because of this one. There we go. My goodness, look at that gap. I might have to put a rug there, or maybe the bar go there. I think that's a good spot for the bar. I mean, that's a pretty deep bar. I think over here is probably better. So I would give it like 5 feet if it was like started right here. Plenty of room for the NPC. And then I could probably come off a bit for the... Yeah. I think... Oh! Why are you still wet? Just dry already, jeez. Okay, water rip. I'm gonna use one of these to mark out where I want the bar, I think. There. I don't think they need 10 feet. Maybe like there. Yeah. Okay. And I want it to be almost the entire length. And then probably be about that wide. And I think I'm gonna probably start it real soon.
Fantastic Mr. Or the Fantastic Mr. Floor.
Dad, I lost track of chat again.
Get better.
Read the chat.
Oh goodness.
Mr. Wacky Stuff says, I can't think of how to use this bad line, so I'm just going to say it. What would you do?
I would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Would you?
Yes.
It's Map says there is a player who is making a dad bard. He has to be punny. It's going to be great.
Sounds like it's gonna be great.
I think so. Mr. Wacky Stuff. That floor is looking marvelous. The fantastic floor. Oh, this is what you guys were talking about, the fantastic Mr. Fox for?
Yeah.
Dad bard. Yeah, I thought you were saying day bard, like it was a yeah, Sunny in Philadelphia joke or something. Day bard. Mr. Wacky Stuff. The day bard should call himself the Punisher. The Punisher.
Promise it's already spelled like that, so everyone will think he's just the Punisher, but
No,
he's
there's a
actually the
hyphen.
Punisher.
He's got a hyphen there. The Punisher.
Yeah, but if you're just saying it out loud.
It's his first and last name. You should say Pun Usher. The Punisher. It's Map says he has to tell dad jokes. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it when bards come up with specific shticks.
Oh my god, vicious mockery and puns and dad jokes. That'd be great.
Yeah, we were at one point we were in a camp. We were fighting, and I just yelled out, "Your mama's an aardvark."
I don't know what that was. It worked, I think. So
Yeah, well, we were fighting a spider.
Alright, so that's where I'm gonna start the bar. So we're gonna skip to here. 1, 2, 3. So we're on single red then, I guess. Yeah.
Getting lost?
Well, I have to skip a few. So if I'm skipping to here, I picked up yellow. So yeah. Pow. Boom. Other onomatopoeias. Like one of the few things I remember from elementary school was onomatopoeias, just because I really liked them. I don't know why I did. I just did.
Sister Honey says, I only seem to get sick on weekdays. I must have a weekend immune system. Alright.
Yellow. I do
think it's
too.
awesome.
Agreed.
Sister Honey is very punny.
I didn't start the puns this time, right? Because this is insanity.
What's after yellow? Red. Okay, I'm gonna try to squeeze one more on here. A little extra glue. I want to try to keep the floor even though there isn't somewhere to put the floor on over here. It's rude. Don't do that. Okay. All right. That is our second row done. That only took half an hour. I think it's probably more than 12, actually. Well, actually, it's probably about 6. Alright. So first one we skipped 3 to here, so now we'll go 1, 2, one. So we're gonna start on red then. And we ended on red. But that's fine.
It really is.
Red. Yeah, okay. Actually, I just want to put this one down so I don't lose it. Because I wanted to start or end on this one.
Mr. Wacky Stuff says 7 days without a pun makes 1 week.
That was good. I liked that. Alright. There we go. Time to put them. I mean, it's looking good so far, even if it is taking way too long. Dude, I'm gonna fight you. I don't know. I've been exercising lately. So do I.
These are the arguments in our household.
And I'm taller. I have the high ground, Anakin.
Mr. Wacky Stuff says, face it, I'm a true bundle of joy. I can't do this all day. My power is pun limited. Oh, I can do this.
You ruined it, Tyler. Dad, how are you bad at dad jokes?
He's never been good at them. It's like he's a coach or something.
No, I'm not allowed to tell jokes because they're too
No.
foul.
They're foul, then they're not a dad joke.
Oh. It's Matt Map says, you can't be father from the true, to be fair. Wait, oh yeah, lost there. You can't be farther from the truth. Mr. Wacky Stuff says, a good pun is its own reward, to be fair. I said reward, kind of funny.
You really did. I had to look to say, wait, what is he trying to
It's not
say?
like I was casting a warding spell.
I think we've got a good enough stack of the red. So now we're moving on to the yellow. I don't know about you guys, but today is... Sorry, my brain just restarted. Today is my Friday. Well, Saturday, actually, technically. Because technically I work today, but I work overnights. So technically I work today, but it's also my day off. It's a bit strange, I know. But today and tomorrow are my days off. And I'm very excited because I'm very tired. I actually really enjoy working overnights because apparently I was made to be a night owl because I can sleep through the day, but I can't sleep through the night, you know? It's very strange.
Mr. Wacky says, Mr. Wacky Stuff says, unfortunately, we won't stop. I'm pun-stoppable. I belong to a penitentiary.
I just love that you're making my dad say all of these dad jokes. I love dad jokes, but he never tells them. Unless he does it on accident, trying to be funny, and then he tells a really bad dad joke. And it's really hard to come up with a bad dad joke. 'Cause I really like dad jokes. But you're really good at coming up with the bad ones, Dad.
I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. I'm saying bad dad jokes, or if you're saying I'm telling foul jokes, because Mom says I'm not allowed to do that.
Bad dad jokes, not foul jokes. I'm still waiting for the leprechaun story, but you won't tell me that one.
Move out.
I grew up differently. I was telling that leprechaun joke in an airport once, in the middle of a busy airport, and it's not just spoken. There's foul pantomiming involved. I was like 15. This is in reference to me, I think. Mr. Wacky Stuff says, well, he might not wanna, but girls just wanna have pun.
You don't like that one?
No.
I liked that one.
There's so many more that were so much better than that. He set the bar really, really high.
It could also be the delivery. It's Map says, and that's how he got on the no-fly list. The leprechaun joke.
Probably.
Well, this was long enough ago we were still smoking on airplanes. Back in the days when we smoked on airplanes. Whoa.
And that's why you want to make sure you hold it tightly. There's one more. He missed the giant hole and he hit the one tiny thing that would make it bounce back.
Sister Honey says, my wife asked me the other day where I got so much candy. I said, I always have a few Twix up my sleeve.
See, that's not a joke. I actually have Twix up my sleeve.
So that means we're on yellow.
So now we're going from dad jokes to momisms.
Weirdo.
Mom should.
I think that is enough.
doing that, I'm gonna go through upcoming stuff.
You do that.
Including this possible weekend stream.
What?
Yep. Possibly
Oh,
this weekend, maybe.
already forgot.
It is
Almost
a maybe.
definitely.
No, it's a maybe.
Very strong. Maybe. Probably gonna happen. Most likely, definitely.
We may have a surprise stream this weekend.
Doesn't sound
We're-
very surprised.
The most unlikely of painters are painting. The Oh, about that last candy joke, it's Matt Map says, I Snickers at that joke. Hey man, now I want a Snickers. Mr. Wacky Stuff says, dad jokes, you say? Okay, I don't trust NPCs with too many hit points. I think they're all con men.
Probably. It's a safe bet.
Okay, so possibly a surprise stream this weekend. Then Monday, possibly, if everything works out okay, we'll be back on Gamers in the Unknown on Monday night at 7 p.m. on the Gamers in the Unknown channel. I don't even know if we're on. I'm not even sure what the paranormal thing that we're going to talk about is yet. But for those of you that don't know, that's where we talk about crazy things like Bigfoot and ghosts and things like that. And after we go over some sort of articles and folklore and things like that, then we'll talk about how we would use them in our tabletop role-playing game. On Tuesday, as long as everything goes well, we weren't able to yesterday, but as long as everything goes well, then we should be back next Tuesday for another episode of Crypt Monkey Paints, which I think is gonna be that giant. All right, so it's gonna be a giant, like really big giant from Thieves of War.
How many times can you say giant?
It's really big. Yeah, you want to bring it over there and show it? So, believe Dawn will be working on this one that they are sharing right now. This is
We almost dropped it, but
I-
together we held on.
I had this for like 2 years or something now, I think. 1 year? Okay, well, I've had it for a year, almost a year, something like that. I'm going to get it done.
Don't drop it this time.
And then, of course, on Wednesday, that's Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, and then Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, U.S. Cora will be back here working again for the next part of this tavern. I'm assuming they might do some work between now and then. Maybe.
Probably not.
No? Okay. We'll see.
I mean, technically I don't have any days off other than today and tomorrow. Wednesdays and Thursdays are my days off, and I have plans tomorrow, so probably won't happen tomorrow, so it probably won't happen.
So, yeah, that's what we got coming up. If you're looking for the surprise stream, that would be Saturday or Sunday. Probably Saturday.
I think
We'll
it's going to
see.
be Sunday.
But yeah, those are the things to look for. Oh, also remembering that next Tuesday we will be back on the mystery mini giveaway. It doesn't matter where in the world you live. We are going to ship it to you if you are the winner. So try and be present for that. We pick a random winner when we do that, and you pick a number. If you are the winner, you pick a number from the remaining mystery mini boxes, and that's what we ship off to you. We don't even know what's in that box. So it's kind of fun. People are sharing their minis after they arrive. So that's
In the
what we've got
Discord.
coming.
Cora.
Yeah.
Here's his head. Just for a size. So that they can see how large it actually is.
Got a big head.
Yeah.
I like his ponytail.
He is a very large guy.
Big boy. Where was I? There.
Why did the dungeon boss keep buzzing? He was a beholder.
Oh, that's awesome.
I need someone to design a bee holder, please. So I can 3D print it and paint it.
It's Map is asking, is it 12 by 12?
Yes. Yes, it is 12 by 12.
And Cora,
Good
you
guess.
still haven't painted your B-Rex, so I'm not printing you.
You printed me a bee Rex?
Yes, forever ago.
I forgot about it.
Mr. Wacky Stuff has another one here. It's, what does the cleric do when your fighter has a cold?
What?
Bless you.
Nice.
And its map said, "Oh man, no mullet."
Nope, just a receding hairline.
It's pretty close to mullet, though. Red. We might actually finish the floor in time if I keep this pace. Feel like I'm running, though.
Faster.
Knocking on wood. I love how the person who never finishes their mini on stream is like, why are you going so slow? Because I'm not wrong. You never finish. You have finished like 3 times.
Then I also do finish it, not just set it off to the side. You want to keep throwing stones over there, Miss Glass House? Miss Glass House?
I forgot what color I'm on. If you're talking about Cthulhu, I just haven't had time to get back to him yet. Working on the story tonight. I would like to remind you that you have an entire you used to have an entire shelf full of unfinished stream minis.
I gotta catch up on chat.
Okay.
And then I had a whole stream that I just finished a bunch of stream minis.
Yeah, but you have more time to stream.
Set up YouTube. What did the forester say to the trailing tree?
What?
You're gonna dialogue.
Uh,
I think it was falling tree. I should fix that. That giant had its map says that giant had a ponytail. Would be funny if it was the back end of a pony on its head, like a hat.
oh no. No, no. No, 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 no,
Huh?
no. No.
Have
No,
you,
Daddy, no.
Have you ever seen a beholder? Because I have. And yes, I used all of these in a D&D game. What happens when you stand on a D4?
1d4 damage.
Your foot takes 1d4 damage.
I know that one because there's a joke where you use d4s as caltrips before you go to bed. So if anyone breaks in, they take 1d4 damage.
That's what we always called them at my house, was caltrips.
There. Red. Do I have any long boys? I don't think I have any long ones. Seems like this gap's just gonna keep getting longer and longer.
That's cool.
What? What? Who? What? Oh, because it's so short. Okay. There's just a gap there. I forgot it was there. I thought that was it. Alright. Now I've lost my place. Is it single red or double red? It's double red.
Its map app says we call those Legos here. Mr. Wacky Stuff says, what's the monk's favorite dessert?
What?
Key lime pie.
I like it. This one.
What's the monk's favorite fruit?
What?
Kiwi.
For some reason I immediately went to dragon fruit. I don't know why. Get in your spot. We don't need an even floor, right, guys?
Its map says, it's a fury of puns.
Oh, that spot's really cool. See, I was just like, oh man, that's looking fun. I don't need those anymore. Get off me. Yellow, yellow, red. Man, that spot was very, very weird. Still not, it's not laying flat, but honestly, it's fine. There's that spot apparently. Red, plain.
Mr. Wacky Stuff says, what do you call a minstrel that can't be grappled?
What?
No holds barred.
I'm probably going to be on the last row and I'll finally be able to remember my pattern. Ooh. So if I do a wall, it'll only be one wall. But it can be behind the bar and I can do tiling. That would be fun looking. No one agrees. It's just complete silence.
This floor is going to take 10 weeks.
Fine, it's fine.
Sorry. Mr. Wacky Stuff says, I was struggling to figure out how to equip shields and armor works, but then it dawned on me. Okay. Give me.
I like that one. Do your job then. Oh, glue. There. Do a little bit of smearing.
Oh. Which races catch the most fish? I'm not sure, but tree folk are very fish int.
Alright. On red now. Oh, let me grab a really short one. So otherwise that's just gonna keep getting bigger. And red.
Everyone asks which bolt, but nobody asks how bolt.
Oh. This is why dad jokes are awesome. Oh. Ooh, yeah.
What is a beholder's favorite dessert?
Oh, ice cream.
Ice cream.
I got that one. Because it's my favorite too,
Oh,
and I love beholders.
That was its map. Oh.
Oh.
Chinsed up a little bit there. That was its map. Now, Mr. Wacky Stuff again. A paladin walks into an ice cream shop. Gareth.
Hi, Gareth. Making a tavern floor.
Mr. Wacky Stuff says that a paladin walks into an ice cream shop. He demands just ice.
I thought it was gonna be the paladin walks into an ice cream shop, not a bar, because they're not allowed to. That was really bad.
I thought that was gonna be.
Well, funnier, but
What's a paladin's favorite breakfast?
prayer.
Oathmeal.
I was close.
There you are.
Prayer is not a food, dumbass.
I thought you were working on eyeballs, woman.
Now I'm on lip now.
Someone go shove her for me.
It's Map is in here now with just so you know, bards don't steal. They loot.
I like that one. Down here, really? Eesh, okay.
Mr. Wacky says, I played a Minotaur ninja. He practiced camouflage.
I like that one. Red.
Gareth, welcome to the Hall of Dad Jokes.
Yes, we are doing dad jokes this week, apparently.
I don't know why they started, but it needs to keep going.
I'm reading them.
Agreed.
I'm not telling them.
Which is a problem. Because you need to tell them. Alright,
This is great for my age group. Barbarian versus Warforged, or as I like to call it, Rage Against the Machine.
Nice.
I should be wearing my t-shirt. Gareth says, I love it, and I'm going to add some. Oh, good.
this is what we have so far. That big gap is where the bar is gonna go. Alright, now I just have to figure out where the pattern starts over here again.
Gareth says, what material is magical skillet made of?
What?
Cast iron.
Oh, damn it, I should have known that.
That was good.
Mr. Wacky Stuff. My character has dirk vision to 60 feet. He stares daggers. Why do rogues wear leather armor?
Oh, hide! Come here, hide!
It's made of hide.
Oh, yeah, I got another one.
Oh, you're reading them over there.
No, I'm painting.
Gareth says,
I would
what,
have gotten a lot more if I was reading them.
what does an ogre consider an armored knight?
What?
Tinned beef.
Oh, I like that.
Mr. Wacky Stuff. Why would you summon a beast of pure destruction?
Why?
To ask it a question.
Oh my god.
I was going to say, I don't know, that's just motherhood, isn't it?
You're not getting this. Gareth says, what is red, green, and constantly bumps into the walls?
Me?
A goblin with forks in both of his eyes.
Oh god.
What do you call a barred town guard?
What?
A beat cop.
Oh no. I need a long boy. I'm gonna have to make a long boy.
This is Mr. Wacky Stuff again. Grease is a first level spell. In reality, it should be a cantrip.
Nice.
Gareth says, what is the difference between a sorcerer and a wizard?
What?
Class. I'm doing him as much justice as I can.
Jeez. I have 15 minutes left, and I've done the third round. I think I might have to continue this off of stream, but we're gonna keep going for as long as we can.
He was saying. I lost.
Probably.
Yes, I did. Let's see. Mr. Wacky Stuff. One time I participated in a party full of barbarians. It was quite the rager.
Nice.
Gareth, why did the drow want to be a comedian? For the love. Thank you, Gareth. Mr. Wacky Stuff. Why did the cleric wear stilettos?
Why?
For the high heels.
Oh.
Start with.
That's awesome. I should have got that.
Under these lighting, the red kind of looks more purple. Still looks cool, but
Yeah, it looks good. It looks like stained wood. Because it is. Gareth, why are there no lawyers who are dwarves?
why?
Oh, they're short.
Of course, they're unable to pass the bar.
Yeah.
Because they're short.
Hey, you guys know I suck at jokes.
Because they're short. It's way too funny to me.
What? Mr. Wacky Stuff says, I have one for bars. What spell cures alcoholism?
What?
Relivify. Gareth, how does the paladin protect himself against a firebolt?
How?
He turns his AC up.
What, you guys are letting Dad take a break? Keep going, guys.
Mr. Wacky Stuff, why did the warlock stay behind in class?
Why?
He wanted some extra credit. Gareth, what is the favorite hot beverage of a cleric?
Tea.
Oh. Nope, I lost it.
It's divinity.
Ah!
Mr. Wacky Stuff, what's a DM's favorite dessert?
Cake with
Murder.
No,
This is so true.
cake.
It's fudged rolls.
Oh,
I
my
love
DM's
those.
favorite is cake.
Gareth, what is a mage duel called?
What?
A spelling bee. Gareth, what is a lost lycanthrope called?
What?
A werewolf.
That one took me a second.
Mr. Wacky Stuff, what has horns, tails, and steals for a living?
My dog.
Oh, they're blue. They're
Getting it.
Blue's Clues.
It's a thiefling.
Beefling.
Thiefling. Bards can sing, but thieves can't.
Oh,
That's
awesome.
good.
I'm forgetting. That was Mr. Wacky Stuff. Gareth, why are dragons amazing musicians?
Why?
They know their scales.
Ooh.
Nice.
Too many yellows. Too short. Who's there?
No, it's knock knock.
Who's there?
You open the lock and a loud sounding knock can be heard up to 300 feet.
Shit.
Run.
With the knock spell, I think. Gareth, why do paladins wear chainmail?
Why?
Because it's holy armor.
Pretty sure you're murdering my father right now.
Mr. Wacky Stuff. My best friend is a very holy man. He's a real paladin. Gareth, which body of water do you get bonuses to sail across?
What?
The proficiency.
I like that one.
It's map all these pins. It's like a bard fight in here. All these puns. I got you. Gareth, why do wizards like Fireball so much?
Beam of Doom? Why?
It's a well-rounded spell. Mr. Wacky Stuff, don't plan on marrying a rogue. They'll disengage as a bonus action.
Oh, jeez.
Gareth, why is a necromancer not always a bad guy?
Why?
Sometimes they just want to raise a family in peace. That's dark enough for me.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I wish the time cam was on for that. Oh, is it?
Shit. Oh, Mr. Wacky Stuff. What's the strongest monster in the game? I'm glad you asked. Sister Honey, why do wizards like Fireball so much? It's a well-rounded spell. All right, now you guys got to share the URL. Gareth, what happened to the demon when his girlfriend joined the Holy Order? He got fiend zoned. Mr. Wacky Stuff, what do you call a patron-based caster who specializes in protective spells?
What?
A wardlock. Sister Honey's sharing the URL. Gareth, what do you call an orc with 2 brain cells?
What?
Pregnant. Oh,
So bad.
Oh, Mr. Wacky Stuff. What do you call a wizard bard who loves pastries?
What?
A pyromancer. Fun fact, you can play this in 3.5. You shit, that was funny. I gotta wipe my eyes.
You were crying?
Oh man, that pregnant one got me too. I was already tickled from the family raising. Oh crap. Okay, it's all right. I'm all right. Core, did you want to talk about what you're doing?
I'm making a floor. Continue.
Oh,
Tavern floor. That's what we got so far. And we're very close to out of time. I think I'll finish this row and then we'll probably have to be done.
Gareth, how many goblins does it take to paint a house?
How many?
Depends on how hard you throw them.
I need the clippers, Cora.
Oh, shit, I lost myself. Gareth, what's the difference between a dead goblin and a cannonball?
What?
Only the dead goblin can be lifted with a pitchfork. Oh.
Oh god. Are these getting darker?
Sister, yeah, because I giggled too hard at the dead family. Sister Honey, did you guys hear about the magic skillet? It's made of cast iron. Yep. Gareth, what's funnier than a dead goblin?
What?
A dead goblin in a clown suit.
Oh God.
Sister Honey, what happened to the demon when his girlfriend joined the Holy Order? He got fiend zoned. That is funny. I'm gonna have to sit over here with tissues for my eyes. Whew.
Red, yellow. Take a breath, Dad.
Mr. Wacky's asking if we're slipping out racial jokes for these. No. Keep it in the game world, right? And I lost my freaking place again.
Oh no.
Sister Honey, a rogue's favorite medium armor? Hide. What's a rogue's favorite metal?
What?
Steel.
I should have got that one. That one.
Gareth, just hearing Ty and Dawn laughing in the background just made that better.
Not the right spot. Is that the right spot? It has to be the right spot. I'm gonna call it the right spot.
Sister Honey, 2 ogres are flanking a gelatinous cube. Ogre 1. How you get at other side of cube? Ogre 2. What you talking about? You at other side. I wish I'd used a better voice for that now.
We've been so mean to ogres all night. We started with saying they have mullets and pompadours. And now we don't have any brains.
That just, I don't know why that would not be so good.
I kind of want that as a tattoo now. Gareth, I admit it went dark there. But I'll keep it more family-ish friendly. Mr. Wacky Stuff. If I had a gold for every racist joke I have heard, some orc would probably rob me. The dwarf looks around. Oh, this is Sister Honey. The dwarf looks around. Let me get this straight, the dwarf says. The orc wished for all the orcs to be gone, and the elf wished for all the elves to be gone. The Afridi nods. Very well then, said the dwarf. I'll have an ale. Gareth, how do you know if there's a paladin in the party? Trust me, you'll know. Yeah.
Gotta reposition this one.
It is official, guys. I have cleaned up the gold mess.
Yay!
Repaired the damage I had done.
Woo!
She repaired the damage she has done.
That's what I said.
Not the damage I did while I was over there earlier.
Oh, I just put the wings over that. I can't see that.
It's
Out
gone.
of sight, out of mind, yeah.
Red. Oh goodness, this is not gonna be an easy spot.
Garrett, 3 orcs walk into a bar. 4th one ducks. Sister Honey, how many succubi does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many?
2. But how do they get in the bulb? Oh.
Oh.
I read right into that one. They're screwing inside of a light bulb.
Oh!
Mom's over like, I don't get it.
Yeah, Mom's like, I don't understand. That's Dawn, by the way. Gareth, what do you get when you cross a zebra with an orangutan?
I don't know. What do you get?
I don't know, but I'm blaming the wizard again.
Oh, that's accurate. Either that or the artificer.
Mr. Wacky Stuff, the new gold coin has 12 sides. It's designed like so it can be extracted from a gnome's hand with a spanner. Sister Honey, how many paladins does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
2. One to put in the new light bulb and another to uphold the light. I like it when I catch it just fast enough that I can change my voice. On that note, I'll read the rest of them like this. The party healer just cast Animate Dead instead of Raise Dead. It was quite the clerical error.
Sounds like they're wheezing.
That was Mr. Wacky Stuff.
Okay, well, 1, I play a cleric, and 2, I've had a lot of clerical jobs, so that like just hit me on both ankles.
Just rub some blood in it.
I don't know what that means. Sister Honey says, Bud, cheat.
Huh?
Mr. Wacky Stuff, why did the Warforged Tinkerer break up with her boyfriend?
What?
She needed time to work on herself. Sister Honey, a warlock, a crusader, and a marshal walk into a bar. The bartender shouts at them, "Get out of here, core only." Garrett, the barkeeper, asked why we carried weapons into his bar. I said, "Mimics." The party laughed. The barkeeper laughed. The table laughed. We killed the table. Good times.
I've heard that one, except it was a toaster.
Oh, I love that. Remember to tell that one to Max.
Mr. Wacky Stuff, what type of party do you throw a quartermaster?
What?
A supplies party. Oldie but a goodie, said, yep. Sister Honey, a cleric, a druid, and a goblin walk into a bar. The goblin looks to the other two and say, "Oops, I'm in the wrong joke."
Oh man, I lost what it was already. This spot is just like so high up. Let's see. Red. What? Red?
Gareth, why haven't we had a playtest for Scion in so long? Because if you checked it out now, it'd blow your mind.
Yep.
Mr. Wacky Stuff, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Unless it's coming from a bard.
Vicious mockery.
Mr. Wacky Stuff, what do you call a gnome in a ghillie suit?
What?
A grassy knoll.
Oh,
It's 8:30. Oh my gosh,
I know.
it's 8:30.
I'm almost there.
Is that where the bar's going? Is that what you're
Yeah.
doing there? Gotcha.
This is the bar. And then I think the thing will be right here. By thing I mean the trapdoor. 'Cause it's not a good bar if the bartender doesn't have a way out.
Sister Honey, a monk walks over to a hot dog vendor and says, "Make me one with everything." Mr. Wacky Stuff, what do you call the musical worshippers of the god of war?
Bards?
Accordions.
oh.
My goodness, at this point I'm gonna have to move that in, but at the same time I'm gonna start the
Just leave that out there and keep working where it's what?
I was supposed to leave roughly all of this undone so I could put the shelves in the back for the liquor.
It'll be all
Yeah, it'll be fine.
right. Sure it will.
Yeah. That's what tweezers are for.
Gareth, why are clerics better than thieves, druids, and barbarians?
Why?
Thieves can't, druids would, barbarians might, but clerics will.
Nice.
Mr. Wacky Stuff, familiars. They should only speak when spoken through. Sister Honey, what's the difference between a wizard and a sorcerer? Class, yep, we heard that one, yep. Gareth, what do you call a mountaintop guarded by rogues?
What?
A sneak peek.
Oh.
Mr. Wacky Stuff, a man is meeting with a snake person. Upon arrival, they ask, "You want tea?" Yeah, I guess I don't get it either. I feel dumb. The snake man says, "Oh, it's not done." Maybe here. Oh, you want tea? The snake man says, "Yes, I am." Sorry. Tea.
I got it.
Yeah. Mr. Wacky. Oh, wait. Where'd I go?
Bye, Creep
Creep
Show.
Show later, guys.
Bye.
Very cringy tonight. Cool. Thank you. You're almost my age. Don't say cringy. Mr. Wacky Stuff. What did the awakened shrub say after it snuck up on the resting party?
What?
Oh, it's ambush!
Ambush.
Did it!
I love how she rushes to it.
Sister Honey, two orcs are sitting, eating a bard in a harlequin costume. One turns to the other and says, "Does this taste funny?" Yep.
We finished half of it. Ugh. Father.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like busy looking at it.
We have finished half of it. It looks like an Easter floor right now. Honestly, thought I was gonna get it done. Don't know why I was thinking that. But that is half of it done. I think I'll probably finish it tonight, probably. Hopefully. Sorry. But next week, I think we'll probably work on the bar or the shelves. I'm not sure yet. Because no one did the altars this week, so I get to decide. And I don't think you guys want to watch me do the other half of the floor. So that is it for this week. We did run slightly late. Would
Just
have
slightly. It's okay.
would have run like double, but it's fine. Looks like. Wait, what? Hold on.
we're still getting jokes coming in. Stop. That was the last one I
Wacky said, "I don't understand what arrows are for. They seem pointless."
read.
I like that one.
So that is it for the night. When we come back next week, there will be a full floor here. Hopefully. Yes, there will be. There will be.
I have finished the
Yeah, Mom's trying to tell lies and then giving up on them. Alright,
I've gotten a lot done on the wedding. The cake topper.
I don't know if you guys can hear her, but she's got a lot done on one portion of the cake topper.
I'm making 2 cake toppers is the issue. I've got one of them almost done, but I'm waiting for the base to get here to finish it.
So, just want to mention briefly, Gareth is going to be on streaming painting in about an hour on his channel. So you guys should check that out if you haven't seen Gareth paint before. He's very good.
Yes.
And we might be on there too. Depends on work.
But that is it for the night. So, good night.